The intensity is rising in Jerez as Marc Marquez turns up the heat on the Aprilia squad, forcing championship leader Marco Bezzecchi and his teammate Jorge Martin to respond on track. We are tracking every move as the pressure mounts during this high-stakes Spanish Grand Prix weekend, and you need to see who is cracking under the spotlight.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
In a major blow to his legendary career, MotoGP icon Dani Pedrosa has confirmed he is hanging up his leathers for good, officially ending any hope of reaching the 300-race milestone. After years of service as a top-tier KTM test rider, Pedrosa admits his time has passed, and he is stepping aside to let the younger generation take the lead. Enea Bastianini is dropping major hints about his future, teasing a potential surprise for 2027, while addressing intense rumors about a return to Gresini. The Tech 3 KTM rider is weighing his options carefully after a difficult season, and he promises that his next career move might catch the entire paddock off guard. As we dive into the action from Spanish Grand Prix practice, Fabio Di Giannantonio is leading the pack, while stars like Francesco Bagnaia and Pedro Acosta fight to find their rhythm in the hunt for points. Stay locked in for all the developments throughout the weekend, and make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated on every twist and turn. Ever wonder what happens when a legendary rider starts playing mind games with the entire paddock? Marc Marquez is turning up the heat, and he is not just racing bikes, he is racing heads. Recently, the 8-time world champion turned his focus toward the Aprilia camp, subtly applying pressure that has everyone talking. It is the classic Marquez move, calculated, disruptive, and impossible to ignore. But how are the other contenders handling the spotlight? Marco Bezzecchi and Jorge Martin have finally broken their silence, and their reactions are just as fascinating as the racing itself. Are they feeling the weight of the GOAT's gaze, or is this just another day at the office in MotoGP's most chaotic season yet? We are going to dive into exactly what was said, and why this rivalry is shaping up to be the storyline of the year. If you are as obsessed with the high-stakes world of motorcycle racing as we are, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a beat. At the end of the day, speed gets you the podium, but nerves decide who stays there. Who do you think is actually rattled by Marc's latest comments? Let me know in the comments below. Ever wondered what it feels like to walk away from a legacy while you're still arguably the fastest man on track? MotoGP legend Dani Pedrosa has just dropped a bombshell, and it's a tough pill for fans to swallow. The man who defined an era of precision riding has officially confirmed that his days of wildcard racing are over. We were all crossing our fingers for that magical 300th Grand Prix start, but Dani is calling time on his racing career for good. Looking back at his journey, it's nothing short of extraordinary. Debuting in 2006, the Little Samurai spent his entire full-time career with Honda, racking up 31 Grand Prix victories. Sure, he never clinched that elusive Premier-class championship, but anyone who knows the sport understands why he's often cited as the greatest rider to never wear the crown. After hanging up his helmet as a full-timer in 2018, he transitioned into the crucial role of KTM test rider, an evolution that proved he wasn't done with the speed just yet. What happened next was pure theater. Pedrosa dipped his toe back into racing in 2021, but it was his 2023 performances at Jerez and Misano that truly shocked the paddock. He wasn't just there, he was fighting for podiums against guys half his age. Even at his most recent outing in 2024, he proved he still had that killer instinct. When news broke that Maverick Viñales and Pol Espargaro were sidelined due to injury, the rumor mill went into overdrive. Could this be the chance for number 300? But Pedrosa, in his characteristically humble style, shut it down. In a recent interview with Diario AS, he laid it out plainly. His time has passed. He is completely at peace with his shift into the background, noting that Pol Espargaro is ready and eager to take the reins. It's a bittersweet moment, a reminder that in this sport, the torch eventually has to be passed. He is stepping aside, not because he is slow, but because he believes it is time for the next generation to step up. Do you think MotoGP will feel the same without the chance to see Dani back on the grid? Let us know your favorite Pedrosa moment in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more inside tracks on the MotoGP world. Ultimately, legends don't just win championships. They know exactly when to walk away on their own terms. Is Enea Bastianini about to pull the rug out from under the MotoGP paddock? The 7-time race winner just dropped a major hint about his 2027 future, and it is sending shockwaves through the grid. After a tough transition from the factory Ducati squad to the Tech 3 KTM garage, Enea is finally opening up about what comes next, and he is not ruling out a blockbuster return to his old stomping grounds at Gresini. It has been a season of struggle for the Bestia, with his performance on the RC16 not quite hitting the heights we all expected. He is clearly frustrated, and frankly, he should be. He told Sky Italy that starting so far back on the grid isn't what he or the bike deserves, but beneath the frustration, there is a clear sense of calculated ambition. While everyone is busy playing the rumor mill game, linking him back to a Ducati satellite seat or perhaps a jump to Trackhouse Aprilia, Bastianini is playing it cool. He told the media, "I might surprise you," which is the kind of tease that keeps the entire industry on edge. But why the shift? With Tech 3 possibly pivoting to a Honda partnership and the chaos surrounding Gresini's relationship with Ducati, the rider market for 2027 is looking more like a game of high-stakes musical chairs. Whether he stays with the Austrian brand or pulls a shock move back to the Italian machinery that launched his career, one thing is certain: Enea is betting on himself. What do you think? Is a return to Gresini his best shot at winning a title, or is there a surprise move we aren't even considering yet? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay on top of all the paddock drama. At the end of the day, in MotoGP, the only thing that travels faster than the bikes is the gossip, and Enea Bastianini just lit the fuse. Welcome to the sun-drenched, high-stakes asphalt of Jerez. The 2026 Spanish Grand Prix is officially underway, and the air is thick with anticipation. Could this be the weekend where the championship landscape finally shifts, or will the current leaders tighten their grip on the title? Let's dive into the drama unfolding in southern Spain. Marco Bezzecchi rolls into Jerez as our championship leader, but don't let those GP wins fool you. He's only sitting 4 points clear, a narrow margin held together by brilliance and undone by the chaos of the sprints. He's already warning us that this weekend will be a tactical war, particularly regarding tire wear. Meanwhile, his Aprilia stablemate Jorge Martin is lurking like a shadow in the standings, riding a wave of 4 consecutive podiums. These two are currently the benchmark, but the grid is far from settled. Speaking of the grid, all eyes are on the legendary Marc Marquez. He's still nursing the physical scars of his Texas crash, and we're yet to see the reigning champ grace a Grand Prix podium this year. Still, you can never count him out at Jerez. With a 36-point deficit, he's only one bad weekend away from closing the gap, and he knows these corners better than almost anyone. Elsewhere, keep a close watch on Pedro Acosta. He's finding his rhythm on the KTM, and it feels like his maiden Premier Class win is bubbling just beneath the surface. As the dust settles on FP1, it was Fabio Di Giannantonio who snatched the top spot with a late charge on fresh rubber, while riders like Martin and the Marquez brothers opted to keep their powder dry, avoiding the time attack. We also saw some classic Jerez drama, Bagnaia taking an unscheduled off-road excursion through the gravel and Razgatlioglu, dealing with a technical heartbreaker that forced a scooter ride back to the pits. The technical arms race is in full swing too, with Ducati expanding their aerodynamic leg wings, a clear nod to Aprilia's innovation last season. Behind the scenes, the transfer market is humming with whispers about Yamaha's future, as the paddock prepares for the vital in-season test this coming Monday. The story of 2026 is still being written, and this weekend in Jerez is shaping up to be a defining chapter. If you want to keep your finger on the pulse of every turn and overtake, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a beat. With the gap narrowing and the pressure mounting, Who are you betting on to stand on that top step this Sunday? Let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned, because in MotoGP, the next shock is always just one corner away.